Today we're making a banana sticky toffee pudding. There's a squidgy brown butter banana sponge, a sweet and salty miso caramel sauce, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Here's how we make it. To make the banana sponge, we start by browning 250 grams unsalted butter. To do this, we chop the butter into small pieces, place it into a pan, and then set over a medium heat. Now we cook the butter, stirring frequently until it melts. Then we continue cooking until the butter starts to foam and the milk solids in the bottom of the pan have turned golden brown. This will take around 5 minutes. The butter will smell nutty once browned. Next, we take the pan off the heat, stir in 2 teaspoons of toasted milk powder, then pour the butter into a bowl and leave it to cool. Toasted milk powder is dried milk that has been toasted in a pan until it turns golden brown. It's basically dried brown butter and adds an extra nutty flavour to this sponge. Adding this is optional though, so don't worry if you haven't got any. Whilst our brown butter is cooling down, we can grease and line a 9 by 13 inch baking tin. We also need to preheat an oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. To make the banana cake batter, you'll need 450 grams of ripe bananas. It's best to use bananas that are starting to turn black as they are sweeter and have more flavour. So to make the batter, we add the bananas into a mixing bowl, then mash them up with a whisk. We want the bananas to be fairly smooth, but a couple of small lumps here and there is fine. To the mashed bananas, we add 250 grams of dark brown sugar, 100 grams of Black Treacle, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then we pour in the cooled brown butter and give it all a good whisk. It's important that everything is completely combined at this point. We also need to scrape the sides of the bowl down frequently as we make the batter so that it gets mixed evenly. Next, we add 275 grams of room temperature sour cream into the batter along with 5 large eggs. Then we give the batter another good whisk to incorporate it all. Don't forget to scrape the sides of the bowl down as well. Now we sift 400 grams of plain flour into the mix, along with 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. Then we add in a teaspoon of fine table salt, then gently whisk the batter until the flour is almost fully incorporated. We need to make sure that we don't overmix the batter as the sponge will become dense and tough once baked. To finish, we're going to switch over to a spatula, then gently fold in the remaining flour. Then we pour the batter into our lined tin and bake in the preheated oven for 45 to 50 minutes. The bicarb in the batter is going to react as soon as it's mixed, so we need to get it in the oven straight away. Once cooked, the sponge will have risen, and the skewer inserted into the centre will come out clean. It's best to check the sponge in a couple of different places. Now we need to let the sponge cool completely, then chill it in the fridge overnight to let the flavours develop. Now to make the miso caramel sauce. First, we need to add 600 grams of double cream into a large pan with 225 grams of dark brown sugar, 200 grams of unsalted butter, and 150 grams of golden syrup. We set the pan over a low heat, then cook, stirring frequently until the butter has melted and the sugar has dissolved. This will take a couple of minutes. Now we increase the heat to medium-high, bring the sauce to the boil, then cook for another 2 minutes until thickened slightly. Then we take the pan off the heat and whisk in a tablespoon of white miso paste. If you haven't got any miso, you could add in a good pinch of sea salt instead. Then to finish the sauce, we're going to stir in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla paste. The sauce can then be used straight away or stored in the fridge for up to 3 days. Now we need to cut our banana sponge into portions. To do this, we take the sponge out of the tin, then remove all of the baking parchment. Then we use a sharp serrated knife to cut the sponge into pieces. I like to cut mine into 12 portions, but feel free to cut yours however you like. To reheat the sponge, you place it into an oven-proof dish, then poke a few holes in the top to help the sauce soak in. Then we're going to pour over a generous amount of our caramel sauce, then bake for 15 minutes or so in an oven set to 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. You could also microwave the sponge for a minute instead. I like to baste the sponge with the sauce as it bakes so that it soaks more up. You can use this method to reheat as many portions in one go as you like. Once the sponge is hot, it's time to serve. Here I'm just going to transfer the sponge to a plate, then top with a scoop of ice cream and more of the miso caramel. And that's how to make my banana sticky toffee pudding. It works great with custard instead of ice cream, or even both together. The full written recipe can be found on my blog, saltbuttersmoke.com.